So what we did is we actually put together a recipe book, and we kind of would hand that out to customers. You know, it just cost $1. You know, we'd have a couple of recipes in there. You know, and what ingredients to use, because we had one lady, she wanted to make zucchini bread, and she used cucumbers, and it didn't turn out very well.
This fall, gathering people's Facebook address or email address is very valuable to us. And an orchard in southern Connecticut issued a challenge the first or second week of November to all of the other orchards in New England that they would donate $1 to the local food bank for every Facebook sign-up that they got. And it generated tremendous publicity in the media that these orchards were doing this. And they gathered up thousands of names, of course, made thousands of dollars of donations to the food banks, but it just generated a real landslide of positive publicity for the orchard.
50 years, and it's amazing what you can learn by accident and from others. 2 years ago, I was farm marketing in Chicago, and I got the word from the mayor's office that I had 3 markets coming up that weekend, and I had asparagus enough on hand for 3 markets, and found out I only had 1 that weekend, and that the other 2 started the following week. So I had to make a huge pile of asparagus. It was 3 feet high and 15 feet long, and kept it watered down and ice on it and all. And guess what? I sold all the asparagus. I didn't get the price. I sold it all. 2 pound bunches for $5, 1 bunch for $3, and sold all of it. Guess what? I found out I could sell 3 times as much asparagus as I thought I could. How much do you think I took next week? The same amount per market. So now I've tripled my volume. Then a friend says, a fellow marketer says, you're selling by the bunch, so why does it have to weigh a pound? I said, I guess it doesn't. So the next week I went with 12-ounce bunches, $3 for 1, 2 for 5. And the interesting thing was I sold a lot more bunches because a lot of people picked them up and says, well, that's not very big, so they took 2. So I tripled in the first place by my error and taking too much to market, and found out pile it high and watch it fly worked, and so I tripled it. And then when I went with the smaller bunches and actually sold more bunches, I ended up with about 6 times as much net as I thought I was going to do. And I always thought you couldn't make money on asparagus. It was too cheap an item, and I'm 6 times what I thought I could do, and now I'm profitable in the asparagus business.
Selling produce in the city of Detroit to local markets and things. And what we're finding is that the big thing is education. The public really know little about where food comes from and how it comes about. And so at our farmers markets, we did 4 a week in the city of Detroit. And also what we're doing in Detroit is showing people how to grow food on vacant lots. That's the only place I feel farmland is increasing in the city.
We made, I was sitting there thinking we did everything exactly the same, but there was 2 big changes. One, we leased out the corn maze to another family. And we're really glad we did that. And they're really glad they did that. They're happy, we're happy. The second thing we did was, and we thought long and hard about this, but in Columbus, Ohio, the Children's Hospital asked us about coming out for a fundraiser. And we said, yes, we'd love to do that. And as we got closer and closer and closer, we dreaded it more and more and more, because it got to be, I never saw so many legal forms in my life. It was cumbersome to read all the documents. I don't know, half of a hospital must be lawyers, but anyway. As it turned out, we were glad we did that too.